Where does humanity go from here? What have we tried to do? What if there is more, much more? The Keshe Foundation is proud to announce a new way to bring humanity forward through technology that brings humanity in line with the natural operation of the planet and universe itself. The new science and technology discovered and developed by the nuclear engineer Moran Keshe centers upon the use and control of magnetical gravitational fields. This new body of knowledge opens the road to hundreds of potential applications, which offer solutions to most of the fundamental problems of the world, such as water, food, environmental contamination, and shortages of energy. The Keshe Foundation is proud to unveil the Keshe Foundation Spaceship Institute. Nestled amidst the beautiful shores of Bari, Italy, the Institute is poised to become a central hub in the spreading of plasma technology and knowledge. With its state-of-the-art 21st century facilities, the Institute will be able to provide students and staff an immersive way to learn the plasma technology, to be the leaders of the new generation of scientists and plasma engineers. The Keshe Foundation has opened the door to the world for peaceful usage of technology that is independent of the limited resources that are available on Earth. This is an understanding of how everything works together in harmony in our universe, and it applies to everything from the smallest to the biggest, from atoms to galaxies. We all are able to collectively work together in pursuit of knowledge, innovation, and solutions for our society. This learning environment is new to the world, where there will be no test to confirm your understanding. The knowledge of everyone will be respected and allowed to flourish in a nurturing environment. Hands-on testing and experimenting will be widely used in conjunction with roundtable discussions to bring all opinions and knowledge forward. Students will be introduced to a change in the ethos of working in collaboration. Students will experience firsthand how we share knowledge in a free and open manner. Graduating students are expected to share the knowledge they gain from the university within their respective communities and nations. All formal teachings, lectures, and presentations will be in the English language, with technology available for immediate translation. Keshe Foundation Spaceship Institute will be offering 3-year executive master programs for undergraduate degree students and 1-year executive master programs for graduate degree students in the following fields: space transportation, new plasma technology, health, agriculture, materials, energy. The health section is designed to make students able to live in space without the need to return to Earth. To this end, the Keshe Foundation Spaceship Institute has found processes for many diseases including ALS, cancer, coma, epilepsy, multiple sclerosis. Keshe Foundation Spaceship Institute will offer online teaching courses which will enable anyone, anywhere around the world to enroll and increase their knowledge and understanding. Students will have the opportunity to direct their work towards commercial spin-offs and seek funding through the help of the Keshe Foundation. The access to the new science and new technologies is openly available for peaceful use to the benefit of mankind to make a better world today. Now you can be part of the changing world and the new knowledge. All commercial spin-offs are intended to be open source and patent-free. This is part of the core ethos of the Keshe Foundation and the Keshe Foundation Spaceship Institute. Keshe Foundation Spaceship Institute will have its official inauguration on April 21st, 2015, with courses commencing soon after on May 4th, 2015. The students of the Keshe Foundation Spaceship Institute will be the leaders of the future who will make changes in all areas of space technology, science, medicine, agriculture, and energy. Anyone is able to apply, but acceptance is through invitation only. No prerequisites are required. We will be accepting approximately 250 students for the 3-year Executive Master's Program and 120 students for the 1-year Executive Master's Program. We welcome humanity's participation in the knowledge of the Keshe Foundation Spaceship Institute. Where does humanity go from here? That is up to you. Apply today.
Okay, that was the official Keshe Foundation Spaceship Institute promotional video for the new educational institution in Bari, Italy, and online around the world. Okay, let's move into the 8th Chinese Knowledge Seekers Workshop now. And we have several sets of questions from the Chinese Knowledge Seekers. And first we'll hear from Mr. Keshe and see what he has to say for today's workshop. Mr. Keshe, are you available there?
Yes, good afternoon, good evening, good morning to you all. And as we say, ni hao, we are learning languages bit by bit and different ways of saying hello, and I hope it'll be a nice day for all of us to learn something new. We have had the pleasure of receiving some of these Chinese-made reactors that we are busy trying to develop new ways of doing things, and hopefully we learn more from the Chinese community today. Well, Lisa, what would you like to teach us today?
Yes.
Is she there?
Yes. I'm going to translate first. 刚才瑞克说了开始语就是说我们这个第8次中国网络教学现在开始。刚才看的是我们的这个太空学院的就是教学推广片儿。然后呢，问开始先生，你在那里吗？准备好了吗？开始先生说大家好，说你好，说我们现在就说我们开始学各种语言然后说从你好开始还有我们今天收到了就是我们收到了中国知识寻求者们给我们送来的反应器。给我们送来的反应器，所以我们现在正在调试这些反应器然后看看今天我们能从中国知识寻求者里边能学到什么。然后说然后他就问说丽莎，现在你可以开始了吗？我说是的。然后今天呢，我们可能就说有一些个问题要问吧，就说我看了一下这个问题很多，所以我现在开始大概从这个孤岛的问题开始。Mr. Cash, the first one will be from one of the knowledge seekers from Chinese. So we I saw the pictures on the live stream. This one is he did an experiment about how to faster do nano coating for the reactors. He used 3% peroxide and sodium okay, NaOH. So
It would be sodium hydroxide, yes.
Okay, sodium hydroxide. So he put them in a little bit in the reactors. So he closed them up and make the reactors spin. It's like after like 24 hours, and he opened up like the dry, and so it's like a total black. Nano-coated. So he's asking whether this nano-coating is good or not. And he also noticed that there was some white stuff on the top after they dried. I discussed with him. I said that's the sodium hydroxide. They dried up. That's why they white on there. So he wants you give a comment on that. Mr. Cash?
Yes, I was trying not to make noise up because I shut myself up. So what happens is he put the liquid in the core and he closed the core and he put it on rotation.
Yes.
Am I correct?
Yes, and it was a combination of peroxide plus the hydroxide. The H2O2 plus the NaOH.
Yeah, the white is usually the, what do you call, the residue of the salt. We see it. Or is partially CO2 as well. It's both in most of cases.
He may not have had any salt in the solution, I wonder. Do you know about that, Lisa? Was it just hydroxide and...
No salt.
Right, just peroxide and hydroxide.
Yeah, but don't forget, if
it can form
in any
salt.
solution, you always have a CO2. You always see some residue of CO2.
OK， Mr. 开始解释说这里边呢，你如果是这样做的话呢，这个就是说有可能是有盐，还有可能二氧化碳的这个就是说二氧化碳肯定也有。他说这个白色的东西。So Mr. Kai, he also want to ask, is this method will be like faster or better or not?
I don't know, because see, it's very nice. What is achieved is a very thick layering, but it'll be, what will be next step if you put salt in there and connect the two half of the core together again, and see if you can produce GANs inside without
OK， 然后我问他
GANs outside and then bring it in. It'll be a very nice homogeneous what do you call it, core, GANs core.
OK。开始先生，然后我问开始先生，我说这个东西这样做，就是说这个纳米层这样做很好吗？开始说，看上去就说这个涂层很厚的很好，然后说可以是不是放点盐水，然后把这个就说盖起来，看看里边会不会就是说再出干丝。他说这样这个涂层方法看起来呢比较均匀，应该比较好。
What's next?
然后下一个问题是could you put the next file on it, Miss?
Sure.
Rick, yeah.
And can you read it there, Lisa, or?
Maybe you can read it if you.
Okay, I will try to.
If you can understand it, yeah.
Sure. It says, just make sure my sound's good. It says, CuO GANs insoluble in water at 250 degrees Celsius under dry, not black, CuO. That's copper oxide. Adding acid to dissolve the dry powder. The dry powder may be dissolved in sodium hydroxide solution, turned blue, copper hydroxide. Blue solution was changed into 250 degrees Celsius and dried under, and it became black copper oxide. Because of this nature and copper oxychloride are very close, and you can exclude copper oxide GANs as copper oxide, copper hydroxide, cuprous oxide, copper chloride, basic copper carbonate, and copper carbonate. So I think it is CuO GANs, copper oxychloride, basic chlorine copper. And used during the production copper oxide GANs, the sodium hydroxide and chlorine, and synthetic basic copper chloride used in the process to the copper chloride and sodium hydroxide consistent. So I think the copper oxide GANs is the basic copper oxychloride, chloride. May I ask Mr. Shikai, they are not the same substance. Is that Mr. Kesh or is that
Yeah, that's the Google translation.
That's how I see.
Okay.
Mr. Shikai.
Mr. Shinkai.
Mr. Shikai. It's a little hard to understand the translation here. We should have gone through it and made it more English friendly, I suppose. But the basic idea I'm seeing that he believes there's different chemical compounds and so on. And he wants to know if the CuO GANs is the basic copper chloride. So you can see with his, I'll show the picture now after that, reading that, so you can see what he's talking about.
If you go down the picture you just showed,
yeah,
and you pull it back up again.
Refresh.
The blue one.
The first one is he said under 250 Celsius, 5 minutes. The blue one doesn't become black. Oh, it will become black.
Yeah, the thing is that's normal because the material goes back to nano state. If it was copper, it should have stayed copper color. When you change the condition and you get a black material, is the way we understand it is that the copper GANs state due to you extract energy from the GANs and it changes to a nano changes to a GANs. So when you put energy back in, the GANs converts back to nano state. And because it has nowhere to bind to, as a layer it was binded to the main copper, here you see it as a dust. We've seen this before. In the coming time we will show the property of the black. What turns black usually when you add like acids or sometimes sugar even into the process, you get the nano structure more or less individually on the plate as residual. It's not a GANs, it's a nano. It's actually nanoparticles.
OK. 凯是解释说这个是这个就说当你给加热以后，他说这个干丝的话呢，因为吸收能量的话，它会回到这个纳米材料，然后会变成就说是纳米的铜，这样呢就是说再变成这个就是黑色或者铜的颜色。然后说以后的话呢，可能我们会释放这些方面的资料，就说如何这个东西怎么样，就说什么情况下会转变。说一般的来说呢，会加酸或者会加糖的话，它就会回去。The next picture is CO2 GANs. It's green one.
Yeah, I'm not sure. I'm not sure which picture is supposed to go with the next English.
Yeah, this one has
there's
English.
A blue GANs. I think it's the white or yellowish material in figure 6, I think, and figure 7. So I'll read the English. I think we're ready for this. Is that right?
This one have to show the rest of the pictures. The which one? Yeah, let me see. The figure 2 is said CO2 GANs, and the figure 3 is those GANs are dried in also 250 Celsius, but it's still this one doesn't change to black.
Right.
And
okay.
The first one and the second one, this is a 250, same one. And
okay,
this is he added a sodium hydroxide and become blue. It says become blue.
Okay,
What, the
that
copper
must.
oxide or sodium?
I guess that.
Sodium chloride. No, sodium hydroxide. And they become blue.
From the green GANs, you mean? From the green CuO?
Yeah, the dried, yeah.
Okay, so from
the very blue GANs you see in the background when you add NHO.
NaOH.
Yeah, that's a conversion. We see that quite a lot. It's a part of the conversion of this never been tested, but what I think it is, because I've got a bottle of it. It's CuO2 and the one is CuO. And this has application in a lot of electronics as a superconductor. One is CO and the blue is CuO2. This is what we assume, and it seems to be in line.
然后开始解释。
Sorry,
Okay, go ahead.
Sometimes it has a CuOH2 or CuO2H2. We see that as well, but in time with the Raman spectroscopy, which is coming in, we can analyze all this in detail as much as we can.
开始解释说这个就是变蓝色的这个，开始现在说，就是认为它是就是 Cu 就是二氧化铜。 说这个是蓝色的，他说这个东西呢，就说在这个半导体里边、超导体里边会有很好的用途，但是呢，就是因为现在还没测试，另外一种呢，就是说经常出现的呢，是铜，然后是氧2和 H2，他说这个呢也是经常出现的。 他说：“等我们这个显微镜来了以后呢，就说我们会进行就是说特别详细的测量。” Okay, we can go to the next question, next group of pictures.
Okay,
Rick?
I'll try to read this.
Excuse me, Rick. Let me read it in Chinese first.
Okay.
Okay. 那么下面进入到我们今天的第3个问题那么这个学员呢就提出，这个是一个二氧化碳的盒子，制造二氧化碳干丝的盒子制造了2种颜色的物质，一种是米黄色的，那么在250摄氏度下呢使它变干，那么没有这个气泡效果。那估计呢第一种米黄色的这个物质呢应该是二氧化碳干丝，后面呢是一个白色的，是从后期这个二氧化碳盒子里面收集到的物质。那么第2种物质呢放在250摄氏度下呢使其变干，最后呢会出现一个海绵状的效果。那么请问前者也就是米黄色的物质是不是二氧化碳干丝，而后者也就是白色的物质是不是新的化合物 ？OK。
I'm going to try to read this.
Maybe I can translate it.
Maybe. Yeah, because the English is not good here.
Yeah, okay. Because this is has using the CO2 box, the kit to making gases, and he got 2 kind of products. One is a little bit like a yellowish color. So this one is dry under like 250 Celsius. it will not have a bubble when dry it. And he think this is should be the CO2 gas, and the other one is a white one. It's like produced like later on in the box. So he also collect them to put under 250 Celsius, let it dry, and then this one is like海绵. It's like what's it called? 海绵怎么说?
Sponge.
Sponge. Yeah, it's like a spongy. So he's asking whether the later one is like something with like a zinc. So it's a zinc. It's a chemical from a zinc.
What do you mean by that? There's a difference between the zinc oxide and the CO2.
Okay.
In a new system which is getting developed, hopefully by Sohail, the zinc plates are placed outside the containment, that there is no possibility of zinc oxide in the system.
Okay. The picture is okay. Figure 7. The figure 7 will be the what's it look like.
Yeah, I have that up now.
Yeah. 刚才开始解释说这个他们两个是不同的东西。他说Sohail 的这个出的这个产品的话呢，后期以后的话会把这个完全在就把那个新的板会放在就是外边，所以呢就不会有氧化锌的污染物了。
It's different colors, different shape.
Yeah.
That's what you see.
The white one
but
is.
Sometimes you have if you have used distilled water, is something else. But sometimes you see CaCO2 in there as well, which is very white to the right side of the boat too.
OK. 他说开始解释说，如果有的时候你的水不是过滤水的话，可能也会有碳酸钙，就说这样也是像这个右边的比较白的。
Okay, next question.
Yeah, the pictures. Okay. Those are the pictures. Oh, Liz, the first question is could you read it, Nathan? 石头，你能念一下吗？
Yes. Yes.
那你念一下。
Is this about the meter with the picture of the meter?
Okay. I will read it in Chinese about the figure 12 to figure 14. 那么现在我们看一下第4个问题。那么在插图12到插图14这个过程中，就是在做这个应该是这个电池的这个实验过程中。那么在整个实验过程中呢，没有加入到干湿。那么在纳米氧化铜，也就是做了纳米涂层的氧化铜表面，我们围上了棉花，然后呢再用紧密的围上一层这个锌板，然后呢在锌还有这个裸铜之间测得了100毫安左右的电流，但是呢电流会慢慢的下降，会降低。请问怎样稳住这样结构的电流？ OK, Lisa.
There is a problem with these tests. We've seen it before. Is that people allow at the beginning they absorb CO2. Then when the CO2 builds up at the bottom of the container, then it connects the physical connection as a conductivity, superconductivity, between the nano-coated copper and the zinc. And from this point on, you produce zinc oxide. which is white. Or when sometimes the connection or the coating is in a way that the connection between the two plates creates a current flow which is very high in the level of what you do in a normal plating, normal creation of normal plating of a plate. But when the zinc separates immediately at that point in a mixture with the water becomes zinc oxide. But there's a very clear difference between the two, as you see that. You don't have much copper in the brain. And if you look at the color of the left-hand side, the CO2 is because it's got a carbon-oxygen combined. Is more color of the brain. This is how I usually distinguish between the two. Copper oxide is the whitish.
开始又解释了一下，就是说，如果的话，就是说在做二氧化碳干丝后期的话，那么你这个纳米氧化铜板跟这个锌板之间，如果就是说有一个电流比较大，就是说最后这个电流比较大的话呢，就产生了类似于一个电解的，就是说电镀的这个情况。这样的时候呢，这个锌呢就会离开，所以就会形成氧化锌。在这里边，所以这两个颜色有很大的区别，所以基本上可以就是说看出来，就是在后期，就这么多了，刚才的话是这个还没翻译呢，我给翻译一下这个问题吧。Now the next question is Let
me explain something, Lisa.
Okay.
Let me explain something if you can translate. When you don't see in the layers of the water the gas of CO2 which is floating in the salt or in your salt media, and then you see spots of zinc oxide on the plate. The connection in the spots comes through superconductivity created by the CO2 gases which are floating in the water between the two plates, and it's like a spot burning. We see this quite a lot, patches where there is a big accumulation of zinc oxide on the plate. This is in the points where you have a large quantity of nanomaterial of CO2 as a gas floating in the water, and they release the energy in a way that they create and they lead to what we call, when you use the plating, to release atomic structure as an atom, not atomic structure as a nano. As a matter, energy does not convert, so immediately as it released in the atomic structure, immediately links up with the oxygen, and you get it's not a gas, it's a matter state, mostly.
OK，开始又解释说，这个时候呢，就说尤其是当你这个就是纳米材料比较大的时候，尤其是在这个水里边，这个二氧化碳干丝比较多的时候，你会看到这个有一些个就是类似于这种层。他就说是就说在两个板之间，他就说这个是处于超导的情况下，然后这个时候呢，就是等于还是解释说还是就是说产生了一种跟电镀的情况是一样的，这样呢就使得这个锌呢就变成就说是原子，就等于是出去了到液体里边，所以跟氧气呢就是结合成就跟这个氧结合成氧化锌，但是这个是物质的，不是干丝的。石头，你再翻译，你再补充一下吧。
这边没有，谢谢。
基本上就这样的是吧？那行，OK。
Okay, shall we go on to the next part?
What does it say? It says something. Well, we read that part. You went down. Have you done this part? Mr. Cash says CO2 gas able to provide direct biological energy, as well as develop the cup of life. I do CO2 gas an experiment as follows. In 2 milliliter plastic bottle drip 2 drops of concentrated CO2 gas, balanced distribution of plastic bottle, and 1 drop of water. Added 4 ants in the control group.
It's another ant experience.
What have they wrong? What have they done wrong, these creatures? Breathing tube. Breathing tube. Observe the performance of the ants. CO2 gas in that group. Since gas throughout the tube, ants climbing wall more difficult. Easy to fall off. So can you go back down? Go back down. Excuse me, go back. I was reading it. The other way. Don't want the picture writing above it, Rick. Yep, okay, stop there. Can you open it a little bit, please? A bit more, yeah, that's it. Performance ants. CO2 gas in there. No, go back. I was reading it. Stop.
No, there's about a 30-second delay, Mr. Kesh, so I have to try to anticipate where you're going to be there.
Easy to fall off. 2 days to observe the behavior of the ants. The ants have found 2 cases appear to move slowly. Perhaps CO2 gas function and cannot give the ants how direct the use of bioenergy supply gas directly. I don't know, because we have to see how you've done, because we did a test with the frogs last year. We've seen same kind, different type of performances and behaviors. I don't know, I cannot explain why. Or I can't see what it says there, because they can't go up the wall. The ants, I don't know, we have to see why. He has to explain to us what he sees.
这个开始我也不知道这一段是哪个问题啊？这是哪个的问题啊？
让我来吧，那个大姐。刚才凯始先生呢直接跳到了第5个问题啊。那么这个问题呢是一个克尔提出来的，那么他是根据这个凯始先生所说的 CO2 干丝的能够直接给生物提供能量，所以呢他就为了进行这个研发就做了一个实验，就是 CO2 干丝和这个蚂蚁的实验。那么首先呢在塑料瓶内滴入2滴浓缩的二氧化碳干丝，然后均匀分布在塑料瓶内，并加入1滴水，然后放入4只蚂蚁，然后在对照组中再放入2滴纯净水那么做2组的实验。那么在这个实验之后呢，观察到蚂蚁的表现。那么在放 CO 干丝的那一组呢，由于干丝遍布于管内，蚂蚁爬行比较困难，容易掉下来。2天后，那么就发现蚂蚁的这个行动都出现了迟缓的状况，就是2个实验的对照观察的实验都出现了蚂蚁行动迟缓的状况。也许呢，猜测这个二氧化碳干丝并不能直接给蚂蚁提供这个能量。那么就问凯始先生怎么样去利用这个干丝材料直接给生物提供能量。然后凯始先生读了这个问题之后呢，也提出也回答说他也不是很清楚这个为什么会这样。OK, Lisa.
Okay. Let us go back the first question. The above one. Just see. About the like trying to make a gas battery. Like a figure 12. This one he says in the whole process he didn't put any gas in. He used nano-coated copper, and then around it he wrap up with the cotton, and then he tightly wrap up with zinc again. So, and after he wrapped that, and then he measure the current between, because of the nano-coated copper, I think he polished. So he measured the copper and the zinc. He found have a current about 100 milliamp, but the current will slowly decline. So he asked whether this structure can stabilize the current.
I don't understand what is trying to say.
I think he's trying to use a nano wire to make like a power cell or battery. So the inside is a nano-coated copper, and he wrap up with use zinc strip between. He used a cotton to isolate it. And he found that he can get 100 milliamps first, and then gradually will go down.
Never seen this before, so I cannot comment on it. Never seen insulation material this way. We usually put a conductive material between, so he has insulated it, but somewhere down the line there must be a connection. Never done this experiment. It would be nice to do it and see it. Does it go to the zero, or is he online? You can tell us.
I don't know. 那个小何，你问问他在吗？问他就说会不会开始说我们从来没见过这种，就说用这个棉花绝缘。But I think he put it's wide, not isolated. He has a drop of water in between. Yeah, he told me he had water.
Not a cotton drop of
water.
No.
Yeah, the cotton is white.
Yeah. That's
okay.
That we know. It's just when it's like filling up the gap with a gas, and then you get a short circuit. You deplete all the energy. That water allows and it drops off. And if you keep it on enough, I think it goes to, let's say, negative, and then it comes back to positive again. If you have the water in it,
okay.
You can't stabilize it. It's impossible because it floats.
OK， 开始解释说，一开始不明白，因为前面我念的嘛，没有加水，然后开始说是好像就是从来没观察过这种情况，不知道。后来我看到最后补充的嘛，说是有加了一滴水在里边，在这个棉花是湿的，然后开始说说这就对了，说这样的话呢，说你为什么说这个是不能给它就说稳定的，你会发现它会。就说从正极，然后它会再反过来流，因为它是一直在就是说一直在动态的，会就说电流一会儿正一会儿反，会来回流。他说这个没法稳定。
If you put a drop of salt water, you'll find totally different results. If you test it, then let us know, because I've done that.
然后开始说，你如果要是放一滴盐水的话，可能会有完全不同的就说完全不同的性质。然后你如果做这实验以后呢，有什么结果，然后告诉我们，因为他以前做过的。
This is a battery. What is this one we are looking at? It's a battery with what? With the zinc plates?
This is Oh, this one is let me see. I think he's comparing this one with battery, dry battery.开始问这个14图是怎么回事儿？他说这个电池，然后我说我也不太知道，好像他两个想做比较吧，还是什么着？
他可能是想用这个结构来做电池。
Oh, he want to do use this structure to make a battery.
Okay, what's next?
Okay, just go down to the Rick. Just go down the picture, the very last one.
From WBR 51, right?
Yeah, yes,
Okay.
right.
I've got that up here now.
Okay, thank you.
The question is quite simple. It says, what is the stuff on the plate? I'll get the picture
Food.
better here.
We haven't seen it yet.
Well, it's stuff on a
that's
plate.
definitely food. That's definitely food.
Yeah. Well,
然后这个问题就是说，这个是从 WBR 51来的，然后问的问题说这是个干丝盒子，那么这铜板上面这个白色东西是什么？开始说是食品，说肯定是食品，然后大家就笑，所以这是开始的回答。
This is copper oxide, which through the moisture above the plate, atomic copper on the surface. This is what we assume, and I've assumed this for years, and it seems to be correct. This is a copper oxide, not a GaNs of copper. Because of just the moisture above the plate, the copper underneath comes through the gap of the nanolayers, and on the top oxidizes. This is not the process of copper nanolayer. This is actually pure copper oxide. This is what we assume, and the reason for it, I've done some tests, and I'm convinced this is a copper oxide, not a GaNs. What's in the water is the GaNs of copper. What is above it is the copper oxide. And it just comes through the holes of the nanolayers.
OK，开始解释说，他说这个呢是，他想就是应该是物质的氧化铜。他说在这个水的这个界面以下呢是铜的干丝，在这个以上呢是物质的氧化铜。他说这个氧呢，他说这个铜呢就说上来在上边，然后聚到氧气就被氧化了，所以他说就说是这个结果。所以说两个是上面跟下面是完全不一样的，下面是干丝，上面是物质的氧化铜。Mr. Kaiser, I also have a question about this one. If when we do the CO2 gas, if the copper plate is not totally merged into the water, like if we leave a half of on it, and then we can get I can get the like a clear stuff on the water. It's like I don't know, it's a grease or it's fat, but it's like clear layer of it. If I totally merge it, nothing. But if I leave half of the nano copper plate on the above the water and then on the surface
that's
of
your
the water.
Salt. That's the salt crystallization. That's not. I don't think it's anything else. You get a mixture.
Salt.
It's a salt crystallization. We've seen this in a number of cases.
It's because clear one.
Pardon?
It's a clear one. It's not white. It's
yeah,
clear.
it's like a crystal salt. Yeah, it's a crystal salt. You got to realize on that layer there is a current flow. It's like a drying process. It's not as it's just a plate. Underneath you have two different densities, two different medium, and you have a current flow. And if you have a high salt content, the salt becomes crystallized salt. There is a possibility, I've never seen it, but sometime I assume, I'm 100% wrong, but I assume these sometimes are in what we can call a solid state gans of the salt. But this has to be investigated. It's just an assumption I made for a long time. Because we see the same kind of process. We see this if you have a mixture metal iron, you get this creation of GAN salt. I see this in the blood circulation. When you get a high pressure current flow. It's something that has to be investigated, but that's my assumption. We have a Raman spectroscopy machine in the institute on Monday. And while it's here, I want to test a number of things on a slow process and a fast process. So the machine is brought in for us to test before delivery on Monday. So number of items we're going to check.
OK，我刚才问了开始一个问题，就是说，我发现，就是说，如果做干丝盒子的时候，如果我那个铜板不完全在水里的时候，那么我表面就会出现一层，就是说透明的东西嘛，会出现类似于像，就说是透明的，有点像油脂的，然后开始说这个是盐，他说他一直在怀疑这个东西有可能是盐的干丝。就是盐的固体的干丝，说因为是在有这个界面的话，那么就有一个两面就是不一样，所以这里边有一个电流的场的流动，所以就是说知道是干丝，但这个呢它是推断是盐干丝，但是呢他说需要进一步的就是说测量。石头还有什么补充吗？
没有了，下一个问题。
OK，没有了，下一个问题，Mr. Rick，the next we can go to the next file.
To the third
batch
of questions. Okay, now I've got a question up here, and maybe you can translate it because I can't quite figure out what he's trying to get at here.
OK。
好的，我先用中文念一下。那么这是第7个问题，是来自于高维之灵的。那么高维之灵，
没有，他是说有个问题是在这问的吧？瑞克说好像是，What's the question?
The way it reads is, Mr. Kesh, if a person's blood...
Can somebody tell me who's this Mr. Kesh? It keeps on coming up. But why do we have to answer all these questions? They can answer it themselves. If a person's blood mixed with salt water to produce CO2 GANs, how do you mix blood with salt water to produce CO2? Yeah. This is how do we know? If you mix the blood with salt water, you get CO2.
I think he means when we produce the CO2 and he add some blood into the salt water, into the solution.
Yeah. So it is different translations. Google, we have to kick Google to translate it properly.
Yeah.
It will be manufactured.
Yeah, could we clarify that a bit?
This is one of the problems we have with a spaceship insert live teaching, is transcribing and then trying to translate the according transcription, because there is no translation or parallel translation in most of the Google in the topic and the way we explain the technology.
That's absolutely right.
So yeah, I need to prove.
We need to.
Yeah, I did that.
I think we need to have a go-between liaison that is good with English, that can translate the questions into appropriate English, so we know what we're talking about beforehand. In other words, rehearse it a bit, sort of.
Okay.
Yeah.
I think people who know what's happening in the background with the online teaching, while we getting Chinese students who like to be online, and other countries, we need teams of people who can actually understand the technology or are familiar with technology, and they can translate it in the terms of the technology on the teachings. Otherwise it becomes a nonsense translation. It's just become a housewife translation, as we call it. As you know, a number of people around the world, housewives, try to translate the book 1. It was more like a cooking book than a book which is written, because they translated in the language they knew as a housewives, in the language of the, what do you call it, common language. It didn't make any sense. So somewhere this problem we see now will become more and more prevalent in the coming time.
然后开始刚才说我们这个就是因为我就 Google 翻译了一下嘛，他说这个翻译的就是不太好，以后可能需要翻译一下。他说因为有的那个国家的话，就是说好多可能是家庭妇女在翻译这个他的书，所以可能翻译成跟那个菜谱似的，所以说以后呢这个可能需要就是说改进。他说我们现在就在这块看见这个问题了。Okay, so we translate the question. 那个石头，你翻译一下这个吗？要不然？
这个问题是吗？
对，第一个 first 吧。
再念一遍吧。那么这是第7个问题，就是来自高维之灵，他就
Let us. Are you translating? Sorry about that. Carry on.
OK，那么凯史先生他就问凯史先生，这个如果在制造这个二氧化碳干湿的时候呢，我们往这个溶液，就盐水溶液里面加入一个人的血液，然后呢，这时候制造出来的这个二氧化碳干湿呢，再放到普通的这个纯净水中去沉淀，然后呢，再给同一个人去喝这个用纯净水，沉淀干湿之后就表层的这个纯净水。那么就想问一下凯史先生，是否这个经过这样处理的一个纯净水，是否对这个人的健康有所帮助？放在盐水中的这个血液，在整个实验的过程中有没有起到任何的作用，或者产生任何的影响？
然后呢，我认为
Okay, let us go back into what this translation was. Sorry, Rick, you're going up too fast. We go back to the one above where he was talking about the water and blood. The process which is explained here, it goes back to a lot of people in China, especially we see on Facebook and other channels that are consuming guns. And we keep on telling you, do not do such a thing, do not drink these materials till it's analyzed and valued or assessed by international organizations. There are a number of people who say we are drinking it because Kesh said so. We say these things can be done for the scientific work to test it, not for ordinary man to drink it. So if you want to be a guinea pig, go to an institute and ask them to do it properly under control system, and how and what they see to be done. There are different ways of consuming the energy of GANs materials, very much the way we do with plant pots. You don't need to consume the water, which has, or GANs is part of it, but you can add the GANs into like a double wall, and you assess or attain the energy of it. Even that has to be assessed by the authorities or by people who can assess how much energy you absorb from it or add it to it. When you do these things and then add blood to it, then you create another dimension of problems, or create other conversion, because at that process the blood contains your DNA. And if the GANs can change the property and the strength of the DNA, then by drinking it, matching your blood, then you're in a big problem. That's why we say do not do these kind of things. We teach in these programs for a scientific world to open their eyes into new methods of development of food and energy, and not for the ordinary people to go and pick up and drink it.
Okay, I translate. 开始先说这个就是让我们再回到这个关于这个血液和二氧化碳干丝饮水的这个问题上说我们最近的话在Facebook 上看到就是好多人，还有就是我们在教学当中有好多人提出就是说要饮用说食用这个二氧化碳干丝或者之类的，说我们一直在一直在警告人们不能这样直接饮用，就说食用这个干丝。我们如果要是想实验的话，一定要就说一定要经过这个科学的这个试验验证以后，然后也要在这个就是监督之下来进行。不能就说由我们就是普通人随便就是来饮用使用这个或者使用这个二氧化碳干丝。还有一个就是说这个能量呢我们有一些个方式来吸收，不一定非得要食用说我们可以像植物的方式这种就是说吸收，但是就是说你不是要不用直接食用的还有另外一个问题就是说关于大家把这个血液放里边，所以说这个是我们特别要警告是不能这样做的，因为血液里边含有你的 DNA， 这样的话 DNA 在里边有可能就是说会有其他的另外一个维度层次上的东西，那么你如果在饮用这个的话，就说是一个相当危险的事情。有什么补充吗，石头？
没有。
Okay, we go back to this question and then we stop. It says, I know that lung can convert nitrogen to gas and finally ionize hydrogen to obtain energy. Okay, I read it in a different way. I read the same sentence. It says, I know that lung can convert nitrogen to gas and finally ionize hydrogen to obtain energy. I read what you've written in a different way. I know that you have not understood the process of GANs. So the question you raised in number 1, 2, and 3 does not apply. You are still in the state of schizophrenic. Reason. You say, I know that lung can convert nitrogen to GANs. Okay. And then finally ionize hydrogen to obtain energy. How do you convert GANs and then you go into the matter state to ionize hydrogen? So this question is not valid in any shape or form because the air you breathe is converted into a GANs of nitrogen in a state in the lungs, and from that point energy equal to energy of one atomic hydrogen as an electron energy is absorbed by the blood circulation. The system does not create what you call matter again to become ionized. Everything in the lung is in the state of GANs, is in the state of plasma state. It cannot be converted nitrogen to GANs and then become ionized. If you create a condition of the circulation the same as Earth, we were discussing yesterday here in the lab, Then you can convert matter to a gas and a gas to a matter, which happens in the atmosphere of the Earth. Every time we talk about this conversion, we talk about energy at the level of, you got to speak in a matter state or you got to speak into a plasma state. Not mixing the two in the environment of the lung, which is totally magnetic field, and it is a gas state. So this question does not apply. I mean, there's no way you can answer this.
然后现在 OK。我先念一下这个问题吧。这个是 Vince 提出的，这个叫 Vince Selak，说这个我知道肺可以转换氮气为干丝，最后会把氢离子化并获得能量，而氧气及二氧化碳是从没有在血管中交换。然后呢，开始说这个问题的话，就说从他读这个问题来看，直接的话呢，说这个问题是不是一个合理的问题，因为什么呢？因为就说首先就说问问题的人呢，把两个状态就说得混起来了，就是说这个第一句话就不成立，说这个这个肺呢可以把这个氮气呢转化为干丝，然后就说里边的话呢，如果转化为干丝的话，那么里边就都是干丝状态了，就没有说还有物质的氢气给离子化这么个就是这个过程这个形式了。他说在进入肺以后全是干丝的，那么就说这个释放的只是一个相当于氢的这个能量。就说跟氢相等的这么个能量，不是说把氢给离子化。然后后来开始又重新解释了一下这个肺的过程，所以呢，他就说这个整个这些个，就说既然前提都不对，那么这些问题肯定就说就都是就说问的就是都不合理了。然后解释一下肺的呼吸的，石头再补充一下嘛。
好的，那个实际上开始先生他的意思呢，就是表达Vincent 的这个问题呢，就是把这个物质和这个等离子体，也就是干丝混为一谈了。也就是说，实际上开始说了一句很重要的话，就是在肺部所有的这个过程都是以干丝的形态，或者说就是以这个磁引力场等离子体的形态来进行转化和变换的。所以说他提的这三个问题呢，确实用从物质的角度去提出了这个问题，所以呢这个没办法做一个合理的一个回答。那么实际上就是开始有把这个呼吸的过程做了一个简单的一个回顾。那么实际上最重要的大家要记住，就是在肺部的所有的能量转换和这个这个等离子体的转换都是以这个磁引力场和干丝的这个状态来进行的。OK。
And then next question.
I think Mr. Kesh may have wanted to wrap things up there. Is that true, Mr. Kesh? Was that the last question for now?
No, carry on.
Okay.
Carry on.
Okay. We've got about 4 or 5.
We have sorry about that. We have a answer and question in the medical side today. So we can answer some questions here and going and answering there. Either is the same.
OK，然后下一个问题，石头你念一下吧。
下一个问题呢是来自于木头人的一个问题，那么就是关于阿门的电机它的这个原理。那么它里面讲了它的这个过程，首先呢是加入几滴盐水。盐水和这个纳米涂层反应呢，就产生了这个氧化铜干丝那么然后呢氧释放出来，剩下就得到了氢原子。氢原子的外层电子会被纳米层捕获，从而产生等离子体。因为有直流的输入线圈，产生了磁场去挤压这些等离子体。那么等离子体之间的互动又产生了磁引力场，进而挤压中心线得到电流。他是说他这样理解是否正确？那么记得凯史先生说过 这个反应器阿门的反应器呢是可以实现飞升的，他仍然无法理解怎么样通过这个反应器来实现飞升，能否给一些提示？
So, Rika, can you read it?
Well, sure, I can try. Once again, we have to have an English person do the translating because Google just doesn't understand Armin's reactors and generators. But anyway, we can try to. Armin's generators, my understanding. Reaction process. Add a few drops of saline and copper oxide.
Salt water, yeah.
Right. Saline and copper oxide nanocoating reaction GANs. Oxygen is released to get the rest of the hydrogen atom. The outer electrons of hydrogen atoms are captured nanocoating. Plasma is generated because DC input coil to produce a magnetic field squeeze plasma interaction between the plasma has produced a magnetic gravitational field and then squeeze the center line and get current. I understand this correctly. I remember Mr. Mr. Kesh said that this may be soaring K.
Said, this is fly.
I cannot understand how this soaring. Oh, okay. So that this may be.
Can fly.
That it can fly?
So lift, can have a lift, yeah. It says,
okay, that it can give lift.
Give lift, yeah.
He wants some tips about how to get lift from this.
Yeah, he said he can understand why he can get a lift. So, now he also want to know whether his understanding is correct or not. He says the copper makes the copper oxide, so leave the oxygen. The oxygen will be the electrons of hydrogen. The hydrogen will okay. If
you see, this is the same problem again with the GANs and a matter state, the plasma and the matter state.
Yes.
And that's why we have these kind of problems. They try to find an answer, but if you look at the plasma condition as we explained in this core, in this small reactor, which is a copper coil with a center copper, this is what I explained to Eric Larsson, because he had some question mark about what you call the Armin's reactor a couple of weeks ago. That he's done such a thing, and that's why I explained in the talks that we do collectively together this process of this coil with the center nano layer. This is something we developed 7, 8 years ago in the Kodak film movie boxes in olden days, if you remember. And we put this coil in and nanomaterial. You have to look at the whole structure in a process of a plasma of a GANs, not ionization and then CO2 and the hydrogen and then oxygen created. You're mixing things just to make logic for you, and in fact it doesn't work that way. It only makes sense and it can be understood when you follow the path only in one way or the other, and then you cannot jump between the two. This is one of the biggest problem. We see this problem again and again coming up as we go deeper and deeper into the study of the plasma. You have to understand, you cannot mix. Once you, let me give you a base point idea, understanding that these kind of questions like the long and this one doesn't come up. This is, in principle, holds correct. When you nano-coat a container like the tube, as we saw in this power supply system, what you call Arman's reactor. Because when I asked Arman to make it, I explained the principle behind it, why such a thing can be done. I explained the same thing that you all understand the same point. Once you created a nano layer, like the inside of the tube, from that point on, anything you do in that tube has to be considered in a plasma GANS condition. There is no oxygen, there is no atomic oxygen, there is no atomic hydrogen or whatever. Because now, especially in the small confinements, the nano layers are magnetic gravitational entities. And they link up from one side of the tube to the other, the same as what you've seen in the coils. In the cores, you see an empty gap hollow ring inside. So to get over these confusions of using oxide and then oxygen and then oxidization, any entity which you have put inside this tube or inside a container which you have nano-coated has to be considered in a state of GANS or gas matter, or what you call a GANS or a plasma state. Unless you break into it, unless it's outside the parameters of the environment of the GANS. Then all these mistakes of talking about one thing and then joining it to the other to make sense that justifies your understanding of the matter state of physics, it does not occur anymore. Any material in the space beyond the space of Earth is considered in a GANS state. Because the Earth gravitational magnetic field at the lower level is the converter of the energy of a GANS to a gas to a state of matter. And in your systems, you don't have a gravitational system in the center. We have created deliberate inertia by the copper wire, but that inertia in fact has no power compared to the GANS as state of the matter. Because even its own copper, when it's converted to a GANS, to a nano state, has more power than the matter itself. Because now it's free, that is plasma, dictates the condition. But when it's entrapped in the matter state as a wire, after the body of the copper inside the tube, it has no power compared to a plasma of a GANS or a plasma of a nano layer. This has to be cleared. This is a very good guideline. If you made, it's the same with the body of the man. When you put with the food in your mouth, from the point of entering the throat, enters a total gravitational magnetic field environment and does not behave as a matter. That's why when we cut the end of the, or we remove the nano coating from the end of the wires outside, we detect AC and DC. We show this very soon. We are setting up an experiment here that in the second, third week of the teachings, you will see some amazing things about the conversion of matter to a state of the GANS and the GANS vice versa. It's getting done at the moment. Do you want to translate?
Okay. 刚才开始解释说这个问题呢，就说又一次反映出我们就是这个思考的问题，就说我们为了可能更明白这个事情，我们老是把这个就是说物质状态和干丝状态两个状态老混，就是说来回混，然后或者是两个同时思考。实际上呢，就是说只要是我们有一个纳米材料，然后密封的这么一个 个空间，在这个限制里边，我们所考虑的东西呢，就是都是应该是干丝或者是等离子体的。就是说，这个时候已经就是说不应该再考虑物质了，因为物质的话就是说已经不就是说已经的作用已经跟这个干丝的这个等离子体比。已经是不起作用了。这个因为这个物质呢，只是我们在地球的这个环境下才使得这个干丝的话呢是呈现出这个物质状态。只要是一出这个环境，在地球之外，或者你在一个小的纳米材料的空间之内，就已经不是我们地球的这个就是这个环境。所以说我们就是说，只要是这种情况下，我们都要用这个等离子体和这个场，和干丝的这个来思考，来考虑这个问题。这个也同样适用于我们人的身体，只要是。你吃了任何东西过了你的嗓就是喉咙以后，就说你咽下去以后，你就不应该再考虑物质了，一切都是以干丝状态下存在。这个物质只限于在这个地球的这个大气的这个环境里边。石头还有什么补充一下吗？
没有了。
所以说基本上就是说，你就以后的话思考，就说这个是一个基本的就说出发点跟考虑点，说以后一定要不能就是说有这种分裂状态，一会儿是物质，一会儿是干丝，一会儿还有电子，这样又离子化的，就是说不是这种，就是说这种思考方式。然后中间呢开始也提到了说。因为这个问题嘛，所以跟那个另外一个就是知识寻求者Eric Clausen 说也讨论过这个问题，就是关于这个阿门的这反应器。这个呢凯士先生在7、8年前的话。就是已经做出来这个东西，所以呢，他是把这个原理跟就是阿门讲清楚了，所以他们设计出来的，这是next question。
好的，下一个问题是来自于水木山人的，那么他想问一下凯史先生，怎么样用这个干丝或者干丝的技术呢，来清除人体内的病毒，比如说乙肝或者是艾滋病的病毒。Lisa。
Yeah. Next question is this one is translated is fine. The GANs, how to use GANs to eliminate or control the virus or something like HIV or HBV from human body. How to use GANs to...
We are looking to run trials on this. We don't go any further on this because this is a very, very lucrative business for pharmaceuticals. So we do a number of research which we never release, and not to conflict or create problem for the foundation in respect to pharmaceuticals and other organizations. We sit on the parameters of knowing the knowledge, knowing how what it can do, and people with HIV have approached us, and we have done a number of research in these fields. But it has to be done the way we think has to be done the way we have set out to do it, and we have succeeded in certain ways of doing our own way of things. But we never release this data. It will not be released under no circumstances for time being, for two reasons. First of all, is the security of the foundation. Secondly, it needs to go into the mass testing by independent organizations, especially for HIV. HIV is a highly lucrative market at the moment for the pharmaceuticals. Extremely profitable. And it cannot be done the way it's suggested. It has to be done in a specific way. And in the what I call research development of the Keshe Foundation, we have a good idea of what we can do in respect to viruses like HIV, because don't forget, viruses are the main killers in the space, where microbes and others are matter state condition of the change in the high concentration. And for this reason, we've done huge amount of research into viruses. That's why we were so successful in Ebola and E. coli, and immediately pharmaceuticals and governments tried to ban us from different positions, because we know what it can be done. HIV is one of those. It cannot be done the way it's suggested. It has to be done in a specific way. And the specific way is that in space, you find gravitational magnetic field zones, which by combination of the molecular GANs states in the plasma condition can interact and line up with the structure of the human body DNA. And immediately to actually with the RNA and then with DNA, and you can use the same process to reverse and bring balance into it. Otherwise, you will be hit in the space by what I call ocean of fields. It's like tsunamis will hit us, but in a field strength, and then they'll be annihilated. So we have built the technology for defense of this. We have built the technology once enter the body, which behaves like a virus, how for the body to release the energy absorbed or diversion of the energy. So viruses are well researched and we understand it fully, but we'll never release technology unless and when we are ready to enter space, because we have to have it as part of the kid training to every man is how to handle viruses in space. And HIV is peanuts compared to what we're going to face in space. It's actually child's play. The strength of the HIV and hepatitis B and C and the rest, these are nothing compared to what we're going to meet in the space as a virus, as an energy packs. And that's why the present medicine, antibiotics and the rest cannot handle it, because they only touch the matter connection link and not the energy link which sits with the bacteria or with the virus. And in so many ways, you have all done. If you have been on the Keshe Foundation teachings from the beginning and read the books, you all know how to handle viruses in space. And if you build reactors, we already played with it. Do you want to translate?
Okay, yes. 开始先生解释说这个问题呢，说是目前是这样子的，我们做了大量的研究，然后呢，尤其是对这个 HIV， 还有比如后来的 Ebola 或者 E. coli， 这些个病毒。我们就是都有对治方案，但是实际上，根据由于这个安全基金会的安全性考虑，我们从来没有释放过这方面的信息，也不想就是说太就是说太进一步的把这个给大家，因为的话考虑到基金会的安全问题，因为 HIV 这个领域的话呢，是现在很多这个医药公司他们重点的盈利的这个。就是这个在这个方面，所以呢，就是基金会目前没有说想走这个下边这一步，我们只有在这个就是人类进入太空的时候才会释放这个 就是说科技，因为我们到太空的话呢，这个有那个射线这种能量场的话呢，实际上是跟这种细菌，就是说比较应该是具有相同的性质，但是可能要远远超过这些。如果我们想进入太空，必须我们人类会自己能够防范这个，就是这种类似于这个病毒的这种情况。然后中间还讲到一个，就是说，实际上他说是这种。分子的这种干丝肽的话，这种能量可以和人体的这个 DNA 来连接，这样的话呢，就可以改变这个 DNA 的状态，所以，应该是这样吧。然后就是说可以，能够就是逆转这个，情况。然后还有说人类，我们现在治疗这个 HIV 的话，就是效果不好，因为只是考虑到这种物质性，没有考虑到它的这个能量的连接，所以呢，就是说，现在是治疗是，就是当前的治疗就是为什么不好的原因。石头还有什么补充吗？因为太长了。
没有了。
OK。how long we got?
Well, actually, we should have started the health workshop 20 minutes ago.
Okay.
And it's sort of been the health workshop in terms of the questions, strangely enough. So, should we change over, Mr. Kesh, to the health?
Shall we call it the Chinese health workshop? Do the Chinese have any question regarding the health?
The next one still is like a health. Not health. It's about life. Next question.
Yeah. So, do the Chinese have any question about the health?
About health.
No questions?
Not really. Next one is about the. See.
Okay, let's say something for our Chinese colleagues. Next week, on Tuesday, there is only one session from 3 till 5 o'clock of the workshop. There is no other workshop. And that session will be live from the SSI at the Keshe Foundation Spaceship Institute in Trani. We expect a few people to be present. A number of people from all over the world will be here. So it'll be a celebration of the opening of the Keshe Foundation Space Institute on Tuesday afternoon between 3 and 5 for SSI. And then the Thursday workshop will start not at usual 8 o'clock in the morning. It will start at about 9:30 and will run till 1 o'clock, where at about 10:30 we join with the Loom University for inauguration of the partnership between the Keshe Foundation and Spaceship Institute. And it'll be live, all the presentation and the speeches will be live on the what do you call it, on the knowledge seeker section. So next week it will not be any more teaching, but it'll be a lot to understand. If you what I call have concern about the work of the Keshe Foundation and the reason we are here, I think the next Tuesday will be a changing point for humanity. Do not miss it, and just don't wait for it to be there and to be translated. If you can, start the Chinese session and translate it as it happens, because there will be major announcements which will change the course of humanity, and we mean what we are talking about. The real work of the foundation as a Spaceship Institute in conjunction with the institutes will start from next week, and we will lay out the roadmap for the institute next week. Thank you very much.
刚才开始先生说想再跟大家讲几句话，就是关于下一周呢，星期二应该是21号，那么我们就说星期二的这个网络教学呢是3点到5点会从这个在吹尼我们会现场直播，就是我们的这个成立大会，然后星期四的话呢不会是平时的时间了，星期四会改到9点或者9点半开始，一直到下午1点，所有的这个都是我们都会，就是我们不会是有教学，直接都是会直播，我们的这个活动，大概在10点半的时候是，跟这个 Loom 这个大学的话，我们这个就是2个联合起来这个举行的这个就是等于开学的仪式，然后从下个星期二之后呢，我们会整个就说应该下个星期二是一个转折点，我们会从此改变我们就是人类的这个进程，然后会真正进入到就是说我们基金会的这个就是工作。石头还有什么补充吗？
没有了。
然后开始说感谢大家。
Okay, are we
Rick,
done?
Thank
Mr.
you very
Cash?
much.
Yeah.
Okay, great.
Yeah.
Let me tell you something. Pardon?
Yes.
I think you're going to be here, Lisa, next week, yeah?
Yes. I will be there.
Okay. We hopefully see you next week. Thank you very much. Safe journey back.
Yeah. Thank you.
Safe journey.
Yeah.
Thank you. Bye-bye.
Thank you, Mr. Cash.
Bye.
Thank you, Rick.
Yes, thank you, Lisa.
Thank you.
Thank you,
Yeah,
Mr. Cash.
Bye. Okay, bye-bye.
And
Bye.
And
Bye for now.
And thank you, everybody in the background.
Yes.
Thank you. Bye. Bye-bye.
Okay.
Yeah, bye.
And so ends the 8th Chinese Knowledge Seekers Workshop. Thank you, everybody, for attending.
感谢大家的参与，第8次中国教学。